Welcome to another episode of Thousand Body Podcast. I'm your host, King Gerald Jones. Today's title or episode will be 3 red flags, potential deal breakers that occur when I'm meeting a woman or trying to date a woman. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, do everything. Click the bell and everything on YouTube, Thousand Bodies Podcast, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Go follow Thousand Bodies Podcast everywhere and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. So getting right into the topic, 3 red flags, potential deal breakers that occur when I'm meeting or dating a woman. I actually made a clip of this on social media. So we're going to play the clip first, and then we're going to get into some comments. I'm going to address maybe 2, 3, 4, or 5 comments, and then we'll expound on the topic. And then we will also get into one of the stories as I pick a name or a body out of the body bowl. So let's play the clip. There are 3 red flags, potential deal breakers that will make me not talk to a woman. The first red flag being a woman that doesn't work, that doesn't have a career, or hasn't done anything with her life. She does not know the value of a dollar, and she is definitely in survival mode. The second being a woman with a lot of baby daddies, maybe 3 baby daddies, and she hasn't made it work with no baby daddy. You are the common denominator. The last red flag being a woman that talks bad or speaks bad about her baby daddy because you were actually with him. Don't tell us now that he doesn't shower, he doesn't brush his teeth, or he doesn't know how to do this or do that because you slept with him. And especially not telling his deepest, most intimate moments or situations because she's bound to tell it about you. Thousand Bodies Podcast. So those are my 3 red flags, potential deal breakers. As I said, no particular order. You have to be wary and careful. I know for me, those are deal breakers. It may not be a deal breaker for everybody. That's why I said potential deal breakers. But for me, it'll be real hard to kind of overcome those situations. So we have a few comments that I'm going to read. And let's get to the comments. So our first comment, let me see. So we go to Instagram, money_K13 on Instagram. He actually, I guess this is a he or she, I can't really tell, did emojis, ear with 2 people shaking hands. So I guess that means I hear you and I agree. So I hear you, I agree too. So the next comment comes from Tammy_Marlet on or Marley or Marlet on Instagram. She said, I told my brothers to avoid these type of women as well. And that may be the best advice you gave your brothers because you definitely got to avoid these type of women because sometimes they're doing it consciously, but other times it's just an unconscious act that a woman might feel she's entitled or she might feel going through life that she deserves certain treatment or certain treatment from a man when that's not so. You kind of got to earn it. So yeah. The next comment is from Sweet Cakes 12 on Instagram. Sweet Cakes 12 on Instagram says, I agree with a part of it. Everybody has their opinion or different situations. Also, what could be the reason the woman is not working could be because they're the sole provider for the kids. Wait, I kind of didn't understand. She said provided for, or maybe the sole. Okay, I guess I see what she's saying. So I was assuming that she was saying, why wouldn't she be working if she's the sole provider? That means you're working or providing. But I guess she meant to say not provider, but maybe custodial parent or the sole parental or the only one watching the kids. Now I do understand that. That's absolutely understandable. But I'm not just saying working in the moment. I'm saying having a career or working through the course of her life. Has she ever had a job? Does she know what to do? Is she doing things? Is she expiring? And the reason I'll expound on that. The reason why I say that is because she truly doesn't understand the value of a dollar. If I know for me, my job is hard. So every day I come home tired. Every day I come home weary. And if you've never really, you don't have to be as tired as I am, But if you've never experienced, being on your feet, or then you're really not going to value the dollar as much as the person working does. You're really not going to understand where this dollar come from and how this dollar was hard earned. So therefore, you might just be quick to spend, or you might be quick to ask without knowing that, hey, some work went behind earning this money. Some work went behind, providing the things that I'm providing for you. So yeah, I do understand Sweet Cakes 12, what you're saying. If you're the sole provider or the sole custodial parent of the child, I'm not saying you have to be and I'm not even saying you have to be working right now at the moment for anything or any situation, but just through the course of your life as a woman, I need to know that you have been working. I need to know that you have done something, because without that, to me, and I remember 50 Cent said this. He said, if you meet a woman and she doesn't have a career, or don't have a job, or haven't been working, or haven't been doing anything, she has definitely done some hoe shit. She has definitely, and I said on my, as you see in the clip, like she's in survival mode. Like she really been trying to get it out the mud. So I do understand what you're saying, Sweet Cakes. The next comment comes from, and this was crazy. The next comment comes from Snapchat, actually. And on Snapchat, we have, what's her name? Taz. Taz says, yes, those are deal breakers for me also. So it's crazy to see, I guess, as a woman, she's a woman. I guess as a woman, those are deal breakers for her too. She doesn't want a man that talks bad about his baby mama. She doesn't want a man that doesn't work, of course. And she doesn't want a man that, all the things I named. So going back, we also, I'm going to read one more comment, then we're going to get to the next. So the last comment comes from TikTok. Who me Alex 41. Who me Alex 41. Sir, this is not a dating site. Why should we care about your requirements? Tell the woman you trying to date. I guess you see the grammatical errors, but that's what he was trying to say. Crazy part about it, I don't know if this is a woman or a man. I'm gonna guess it's a female, sir, because why would you call me sir like that? So I guess this is a woman. So obviously I touched the nerve, or obviously I addressed something that Alex is probably going through or has been through. So, because for you to say that this is not a dating site, when did I ever say this was a dating site? There are so many videos. I guess she must go on every post or video and say this, because there are so many videos and reels on TikTok that women and men saying requirements or things they like, things that don't like. Do they think that it's a dating site? I don't think we think it's a dating site. I don't think we think it's a do-it-yourself site. I don't think we think it's a karaoke site. I think it's a social media site giving range for everything. So I know you a little salty. I know you a little bitter. Maybe you haven't worked. Maybe you don't got no money. Maybe you're a little salty and bitter because you got the multiple baby daddies, and you probably be talking about your 3 baby daddies or whatnot. I don't know what's your reason for being salty, but this is not the place, sir, or ma'am, whatever you are, Alex. But okay, that was a comment. So those are the comments. I also wanted to give a little, I thought about this also when talking about a woman with multiple baby daddies. And I also want to get in this perspective. It's kind of egregious for the woman as well, because imagine if you have 3 baby daddies. And let's just hypothetically say one of your baby daddies is a Christian, one of your baby daddies is a Muslim, and your other baby daddy could be Hindu or whatever religions we want to pick. This is just hypothetical. And you have to raise these kids under one roof, because let's say you're not with the baby daddies, like I said in the clip. So you're kind of getting pulled in 3 different directions by the men. But maybe you say, okay, well, forget him. If they not in my life, then they're not going by these religious aspects. Now you're doing the child an injustice, because you're not even giving them that option to religion or what the man might think is the right steps. True, you guys in the relationship may not have worked, and that's understandable. And I hope as a grown woman, you will feel that's understandable. But my point in saying all this is you're being tugged, even if it's not a religion aspect. You're being tugged. If you have 3 baby daddies, you're being tugged and pulled with different perspectives and different opinions and different laws and bylaws of a man or the way he wants you to do things, and you're being pulled. And let's say hypothetically on a visit, let's say two baby daddies come, or all three of them want to see their kids on a Saturday, and they show up at the house. It's just a bad look. It's just not a comfortable fit. It just does not even just doesn't look right. It's not going to work right. It's not even about the aesthetic of it, of looking right. It's just not going to work right. It's not going to sit right. So that's why I always encourage the one baby daddy thing and so on and so forth. But that's why one of the reasons why it's a red flag for me, because so much comes with that. And let's hypothetically say I'm becoming the third or the fourth baby daddy. Now I have to step into a realm of a relationship going bad. I have to step in the realm of you maneuvering around these other two men's life. And let's say you're not. Let's say you just think you're a boss woman and you're doing what you're doing, and not worried about them. That still is not good for me. That's not a good sample for me. And as I said in the video, like, why in my clip, why hasn't it worked? Why haven't you been able to make it work with one, two, or out of these three, baby daddies, BMs, BDs? Why haven't you been able to make it work? I feel because you're the common denominator, and you have to work on. So that would definitely be a red flag for me. Like I said, a woman not working, a woman that's talking bad, and even with that, like I said, you might. Well, you get it. You got to get the clip. You got to get the comments. So we're going to get into the next segment of Thousand Bodies podcast. And you guys guessed it. You guys know what it is. If you guys been, make sure you subscribe. If you guys been viewers, we're going to get into the body bowl. We're going to get into the body bowl. We're going to shake the body bowl for you guys who haven't seen the show before. Make sure you go back and watch the show. But the body bowl is a bowl of bodies of women that I've slept with over the years. I pull a ticket and I tell a story. The story is not always long. It's not always good. It's not always bad. But I tell a story none the least. Even if it's quick or fast, it's just something, through the body bowl. So I'm going to pick a name. Let me shake it up. We got a body. The streets need a body. The streets need a body. So we got a yellow ticket out the body bowl. We got yellow ticket. We got body 339, body 339. So I'm going to make a reference. The names have been withheld to protect the guilty. Body 339. Body 339. Body 339. Okay, let's go. This is not really as long. I don't usually, this one isn't really a long story. I can just get straight to it. Well, let's see. Okay, and it's kind of, is it funny? Well, anyway, let's get to the. So what I do initially is rate the body, or rate the woman. I rate her body and I rate her face on a scale from 0 to 100. Like in school, how you grade papers, C being average, B being well, and A being D being below par, F being fail. So if I'm rating her body is a C. Her body is a 75, just a regular woman body, nothing extra, just regular woman body. Regular. Like, what else can I say? Nothing extra, just regular. Her face is a B, 80%. 80%. Body 75%, face 80%. Regular woman, nothing special, whatever. So I met this woman at Target. I think I saw her or whatnot, and I saw her initially in the store, whatever. And I told myself, if I run into her again in the store, I'm going to say something to her, so on and so forth. The rest was history. I ran into her, said, "Hey, how you doing?" Da, da, da. And I give my little basic spiel. I don't got too much game. I don't got too much. I just ask somebody ask the woman, "How you doing? What's your name? Are you single? Can I give you a call sometime?" That's basically my rundown. And I just gave my little thing away. Depending where we at or the situation, I might throw something in there about the situation that we're in, whether it's shopping, whether we at the gas station. But for the most part, here's the cookie cutter. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you? What's your name? And then I go to, my name is Gerald. Are you single? Yes or no? And that's going to tell me everything from, if she says she's single, well, can I give you a call sometime? If she says she's not single, or if she says I can't get a call, I can't give her a call, I say, well, okay, well, you look really nice. I just wanted to tell you look nice today. Easy. I don't know what these other guys be saying and spitting, and I think they probably be failing themselves by saying too much or doing too much. It's unnecessary. I just get straight to it. Hey, how you doing? My name is Gerald. Pound, poom, ping. So anyway, in Target, I do that, get the number, so on and so forth. So I end up talking to her no more than a week or couple, 4 days or a week throughout the week. And I think it was a Saturday. So she was telling me that she was going to be dropping her kids off. I think she had 2 kids with her baby daddy or whatnot. So I invited her over. I said, well, come over after you drop them off and so on and so forth. She's like, okay, cool. Bum, bum, bum. It was what it is. She agreed. So this was like a Saturday morning around 10, 11 o'clock or whatever, not whatever. And she come over or whatever. And she's looking cool, regular, nothing spectacular, but nothing subpar, just regular little, woman. So I bypassed the living room and we immediately go to the room. We immediately go to my room. I turn on TV, we sit on the bed. Here go the little other shot I do. So I have a chair on the side of my bed, or had a chair on the side of my bed. So I would, get in the bed or whatnot, or sit in the bed or whatever. And if a woman try to sit on my bed or get in my bed when she has her clothes on, I say, like I don't allow women to get in my bed with clothes on or with outside clothes on. That 85% or 85% of the time gets them to take off their situation or whatnot, or they'll just sit in the chair and then we'll have to progress from there. But immediately I tell she actually sit in the chair first, and then I think I tell her to get in the bed or whatever. I don't know. I don't really remember, but I just remember that that's how I do it. If you want to immediately come in my room and get in my bed, you got to take that off. So anyway, fast forward back to the story. So she ended up getting in the bed. I don't remember how, but we were in the bed, and we're watching TV, bam, bam, bam. One thing led to another thing led to one, and I'm rubbing on her, boom, boom, boom. We kissing, we touching, we rubbing, we doing our thing. We getting hot and heavy, and we feeling ourselves. Boom. We start taking off the undergarments and whatnot, bam, boom, ping, ping, boom, boom, ping. We getting close, we doing our thing. So I climb on top, as a man should and is supposed to. Not always, I'm just being facetious. So I get on top, boom, and I'm starting to do my thing. I'm doing my thing, boom, boom, boom. I'm doing my thing. She doing her thing, I'm doing our thing, my thing, we doing our thing. Now, this is where the story get a little thick. I'm doing my thing and I'm feeling myself. So I grab her legs and I push her legs back, like so. And I'm doing my thing a little bit more, and she's, in it, and I'm in it. And I look down. I look down at the private area. And immediately when I look down at the private area, I see a clit. But this isn't a regular clit. Not click, but clit. I see her clit is about as big as my pinky. No exaggerations, no. So I immediately, when I see this, my eyes get big, and I look at, and I kind of, not kind of, because I'm gonna tell you, I jump up out of it. I jump up off her. I jump up out of it. Now, I will tell you guys what I'm thinking as we pause the story. In all honesty, I'm thinking, is this girl a man? I had never in my life seen a clit that big. Never in my life. Not even on. I didn't at that time. I really didn't watch pornos or videos that heavy. So I wouldn't suspect to see one. So, but point being, never in my life had I seen one. So I look down and I jump, and she see my reaction, and she said, "What?" And she closed her legs and like close her legs, and she like float over to the side and look, and she's like, "What?" And I'm sure she see on my face that I'm like stunned. And like I said, in my mind, I'm like, so I'm looking at her, I'm studying her. I'm looking for an Adam's apple. I'm looking for, now at this time, never before I've seen her from Target to talking to her to had I thought or imagined or even fathom could this be a man. She looks like a woman. She was a woman, but just for the sake of the story in the moment, I'm looking like, and I'm studying, I'm analyzing, I'm looking in her eyes for the truth. I'm looking at the neck for the Adam's apple. I'm looking at any kind of and to be honest with you, and all I see is this in my head, this clip, but nothing is aggressive, nothing is masculine. So she's like, what's going on? What's happening? So I said, um, I just seen, and she's like, oh, and then it's like in the way she said it, I can tell somewhere, somehow before she's had these encounters. She had these little situations with her her private area. She's definitely had other men question it or whatnot. So I'm done. I'm done. Ain't no coming for me. Ain't no coming back. Like I'm immediately soft. I couldn't get back hard if I wanted to, and it's crazy. Like I said, no exaggerations, no emphasis. Her clit was literally as big as my pinky, and it was just sitting there. I'm like, oh man. So we end up having a conversation. She know I'm done. I'm done. I know I'm done. We know I'm done. But so we're actually having a conversation. So she said, "Oh, and we have the healthy conversation." And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I'm like, you don't have to apologize. It just kind of threw me off. And she's like, well, maybe should I have told you? I said, no, I don't know. It just, but we didn't try to attempt to even finish the sexual thing. I was already thrown off. It wasn't about to be no more intercourse after that. I was kind of done. And I don't know, maybe she was done emotionally too with, how I responded or how I acted, so we put back on our clothes or whatever. We sat there a little bit longer. We kind of got we not kind of there was no more talk about the clitoris, the clit. It was what it was, and we didn't finish. And she ended up saying, "Oh, well, I have to go pick up my kids or whatever she said for her to get herself out of there." And I was happy she, said whatever she had to do to get up out of there. Boom. So she ended up leaving or whatnot, and that's pretty much the gist of the story is that I slept with this woman or was sleeping with this woman with the massive clit. And fast forward, I have seen on videos because now I'm on it. Now I'm looking now, and I've seen situations where women do have big clits like that. I've actually been in situations not as big as that one, to be honest with you, but I have seen now. I'm a clit watcher. I'm a clit champion. Now I'm just on it. So I have, now that I'm aware of it, observant of it, I have seen bigger clits before. I've seen bigger, clitoris before. Not as, to be honest with you, not as big as hers. That was the biggest I've seen. But like I said, in that moment, I was scared. I would have killed that. I was in that moment. It was so. Anyway, that's the end of the story for the Body Bowl. I'm your host, King Gerald Jones. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Also, make sure you check out the other two shows that's going to be coming on this YouTube channel. We have Live in the Comments, where I'll be reading. I know I read comments in this show. I'll read like five, at the most five, but I'll be addressing every comment and going in, whether good or bad, about all the comments. That's called Live in the Comments with King Gerald Jones. Also, we have another show with my BM, with my girlfriend. Her name is Mars, and it's called for 1,000 Questions from Mars. So make sure you guys, I've seen that's one of you guys' favorite. So make sure you guys check that show out. We'll be doing these shows Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Everything will be dropping at 6 p.m. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be showing up right before your weekend. That's it. That's the show for today. Thanks for tuning in the podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Go follow on all platforms, Thousand Body Podcast. Remember, and don't forget to be fruitful and to multiply. Thank you.